During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, many Chinese people decided to depart from China and sought better futures by immigrating to different countries. Many Chinese immigrants arrived in Vancouver and were shunned by Canadians. During this time, Canada had concerns that Chinese immigrants were going to take over their jobs that they felt should go to their own citizens. As a result, they made many attempts to discourage Chinese people to move into their own country. Such examples include increasing the head tax, making any remaining immigrants pay more money than the rest of the country. They were chosen to work on the Canadian Pacific Railway due to the Chinese immigrants accepting a low pay rate of $1 a day with no additional benefits. The death toll was high during this period, with many Chinese workers killed in numerous accidents, from explosions to being crushed by falling debris in the aftermath of said explosions. Despite the valiant efforts of the Chinese workers, they were not given credit where it was due. The opening ceremony of the CPR featured only Canadian workers in the photograph, with no Chinese workers to be seen, effectively giving all the Canadians credit, while the Chinese who worked hard and sacrificed themselves are just a pile of corpses that the government is effectively covering with a tarp. In terms of the railway construction, I don't really have any personal experiences with it. My family immigrated here long after the railroads were built. I definitely feel for my ancestors though. I'm honestly disgusted over the way they were treated. But by the time my family immigrated, many of the anti-Chinese Semitism had already died down, though some racist comments do pop up every now and then, such as during the pandemic. I will say that one of the results of many Chinese immigrants remaining in North America as a whole would be the boon of businesses revolving around the culture. As far as I remember, Chinese communities have always been a huge part of my life and for my family as well. Many Chinese immigrants established their own businesses after completion of the railroad all across North America. As their businesses began to grow, other businesses began to blossom. This started a trend where many Chinese immigrants would dedicate themselves to other restaurant businesses as a means of building a better future for their children. I was quite literally raised on Americanized Chinese food. I don't think I've ever had mainline Chinese food before. And while will admit that I'm not too big into most Chinese foods I've had here, there are certainly dishes I like, and I do enjoy getting together with friends and family. I'm also a member of the Chinatown Leos, so I've had the opportunity to work with other Chinese communities as well. When I look back at the Mid-Autumn Festival we did back in September, it makes me happy that the racist views of Canadians more than a century ago are just a thing of the past.